Man, the devil does his work. We all got to compete for life. It's amazing how that crap happens. Had a discussion with a female not too long ago. Conversation was, a man is married. He's taken a vow. His obligation is to be cling to his woman, cling to her, support, take care of her. All of these things he's supposed to do for her. And who would take an issue with that? I'm sure every man that says I love you means exactly that. But how do you achieve that? Truly, how do you achieve that? We live in a system where individually you can achieve the success of your life. And because you get married, does that persuade you or help you to achieve a more special and perfect life because you're married? It appears to me that if you are married and that is your intention, then that doesn't separate you from the individual move. Individually, there are people, what is a dog eat dog, fighting against each other. And now you're married, you're still dog eat dog, fighting against each other. But this is the way you've taught. That's the number one concern. You're not concerned about the fact that there might be a time when you cannot take care of your family. And what do? Do you lie, cheat, and steal just to take care of your family? And you say, oh, no, you don't do that. God is against that. Then what do? This is when you sit around and wait for a miracle to happen, wait for God to handle it. That's when you say he got the whole world in his hand and everything is going to be going to come out all right. Because, and you say, well, what does that mean? Then they can't answer that. Then you ask them, say, well, all the hell I see around here, I don't see a devil. Who does that? And they'll tell you, man does that. God, the devil is using man. Then I ask them, well, what's God doing? I mean, who is God using? They say, nobody. And then they might want to make fun and say, well, God is using you. And let's see what you're going to do. You see what I'm saying? That's how well the devil has put it together. If something is going wrong, just keep it divided. Jesus said, and a lot of people believe that Jesus was the Son of God, follow me. That means don't accept that stuff. Don't accept the ways of the world. Don't accept what the world promises you, because there's something better. And before you do, follow me. I'll lead you to the truth. You start going against the world. Start going against those who call themselves speaking for God. All the way to the cross. He's saying, follow me, because all that other stuff is jive. If it's not creating peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness in your life so that you can live your dreams whenever and access those resources that are essential for your survival, like food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, and all other things that's made by the hands of man. If it's not doing that, if it's causing lying and cheating and stealing and hatred and racism, then that is a anti-God system. And anybody who is born again, and you have to be born again, you have to be born again to see different than the world has taught you. In fact, I heard a woman say, yes, that's what she was taught. And pointed at the guy who was asking the question and said, you were taught that too. And he said, yes, I was taught, but I was born again. So I see things anew. And while you're trying to explain to me about the world, I don't have time to listen to that because I know the ways of the world. What I'm trying to get you to do is to be quiet so I can tell you about a different world that you know nothing about. Well, that's what you're dealing with, brothers and sisters. This is the world that God has given us to change. And I believe we can do it. I know one thing, you can count on me to do my part. Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.